ready, or just about ready. It's Dabuz, so there's going to be a hand warmer, I'd imagine. But we got Dabuz and Jakal.
Okay.
And this is a really interesting history, right?
Yeah.
Two players who've been around for a long time. They played last week at a fest that turned into a bracket and ended up being ranked because it was just so stacked.
Right.
But before that, they had not played in a very long time
Yeah.
in Smash terms. It's been a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
So Jakal's got something to say. Not to put Jakal on the spot, but we talked a little bit about this set in particular before we got to this part of the bracket. And Jakal says, I want Dabuz to win against Tarek so that we can play because I want to beat him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he should have been seeded higher than me. And
Well,
it's one seed.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but it's the principle, Jellyfish.
It is it is all about
Principle.
pride. And I was talking to Jakal earlier as well. He was like, to quell my ego,
that's
I
a good way to
simply
put it.
need to win this
Right.
because I actually need it that bad. But yeah, I mean, 1 seed apiece. They both beat their seed by 1 as well. So they've already exceeded what the TOs thought were going to happen. And I can't wait to see what happens next. A lot of upsets today as well.
Oh,
Granted,
yeah.
a few unfortunate DQs, but we can't really account for that. So Jakal versus Dabuz is going to be a very fun match. We're going to only see Rosalina come out from Dabuz despite his crazy arsenal of characters with the Olimar and the Min Min. Of course, you're not going to see Olimar against a Wolf because, well, Reflector.
Yeah.
And also Min Min.
Also, down smash is brutal in that matchup.
Yeah. Really bad because all the smash attacks are counted as projectiles, so it's just like, no you.
Yeah. And Wolf down smash against Olimar at the ledge, not very good. The Pikmin also sometimes just help extend the hitbox if you're caught in a bad situation.
Right.
And Rosalina's just been good for Dabuz in this matchup historically. So I think you're right. I don't think we're going to break out the Min Min either. Although Dabuz has played all of those characters today, I think we're going to see just the Rosalina for this set.
Yeah, I think if Dabuz loses really badly, sure, we'll see the Min Min just to mix up something and maybe go for some Ram edge guards. But for now, we're going to see the Rosalina. That down B going to be really, really difficult for Jakal to go around and trying to avoid because Laser just plays such a big role in that matchup and just setting neutral, getting as much damage as possible. But Jakal, understanding that, just going to use his Nair, going to use his really, really good aerials that can combo into each other to just get some damage off, especially on that Luma as well.
I mean, the other thing, too, is like those aerials that usually are so good for Wolf, you have to be a little more careful with. Nair or forward air can still maybe, hit Rosalina, but then you get hit by Luma. It's not a very good trade for you.
Right.
So, although, the laser down B dynamic is important, I do think that just Luma in general is also really good at shutting down the alternative strategy that Wolf may implement. But right now, it's just about dead even here. Small Battlefield was the pick, which I definitely see the pros and cons of. Seems pretty neutral. I mean, the ledge could be really good for Jakal, but these platforms are going to be huge for Dabuz.
Right. I mean, like, movement is definitely going to be really good for both these characters. I mean, Jakal can also extend his combos off of these platforms as well with those forward airs, but right now he's got to find a way to come back. Dabuz, even though getting that wall flash, somehow hitting. The tried and true. I don't think Jakal's, like, missed a majority of those. The up smash, not connecting from Dabuz, just mistiming it, or just misspacing it. Jakal able to shield there. Down smash coming from Dabuz, looking for some, what a back air. And start bits.
Oh my goodness.
All right, bye-bye Luma, but like also bye-bye Jakal.
So there's like a really interesting thing where Luma always likes to stay in front of Rosalina. So that roll on from Dabuz was especially good because it puts Luma in front of Rosalina away from the Wolf. So the forward tilt didn't connect. And that kept Luma around long enough for Dabuz to just like really put the pressure on with those extra hitboxes and even the hit lag, which is so interesting too, which is why that Wolf Flash can be so dangerous. If you do connect with Luma, like Jakal is just sitting there for seconds for Dabuz to jump out and punish.
Right. And just playing such a good role of a Guardian right now for Dabuz, and also just applying some pressure too. Keeps Jakal thinking a little bit about like, okay, do I go for Luma? Okay, do I go for Rosalina? It's really tough because, like you mentioned before, Luma just plays such a good role or a pivotal role in this pressure and just staying in front. Really good F-tilt finally to take that stock. But yeah, Jakal at 85%. Got to lock in. Maybe knock out this Luma very, very early on and get some damage. Yeah.
Like this percentage-wise, Wolf does a lot of damage to the Luma with the straight hits. So if you are able to sneak a couple of hits in, even just tilts or some of those falling forward airs, the Luma doesn't last too long. As we see, she's already gone after what felt like 3 hits. And this is functionally even. One big swing here from Jakal, like that, for example, could have evened up the game, or rather just giving Jakal the lead.
Yeah, swing and a miss right there, and allows Dabuz enough time to get Luma back, and now sent on edge guarding duty by Dabuz, but not getting much out, trying to mix up with the up smash. Love to see it. Luma's still alive, bobbing and weaving around Jakal.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Honestly, Jakal's like 0-1 against Luma, but it's all right. Still got the stock from Dabuz. And it's so interesting. You have to really work around all these different movements from Luma. If it worked, though, it would have been phenomenal.
That would have been a fat clip.
Yeah, I would have blown the microphone off of the headset. Oh, already looking for that shine in the back air. And Dabuz on the back foot. Finally, though, it does get Luma. Not for much longer, though. If Jakal's got anything to say about it. Already hitting some nice little neutral airs and forward airs.
Not enough to knock it or put it into tumble animation, just to send it off, though. So still in the works. That jab actually helping out Dabuz avoid getting hit any more from Dabuz. Gets hit with that dash attack once again. Trying to go for a raw back air. Not going to get it. Luma's gone, but Dabuz doing a really good job at usually what he does when Luma's gone is he actually waits, but in this position, he's actually playing really aggressive.
Right. It's a good idea, too. I mean, one Wolf Flash misstep from Jakal has been a ton of damage that Dabuz is able to find. Nice little desync right there. Looking for the neutral air to catch the jump, but not quite finding it. Really good route from Jakal to make it back center stage. Now we're slowing it down a little bit. Forward tilt to catch that little desync as Dabuz loves to throw Luma out in front of him.
Yeah, and I love using the star bits behind Rosalina as well as a way to just mix up, because Jakal's been going for what seems like 50 million different like empty hops to try and mix up Dabuz, who is just not falling for any of it right now. Both of them just trying to bob and weave across each other, trying to find this last hit, and you can see Jakal reaching so far for maybe a back air of some sorts, but Dabuz not wavering a single bit.
Okay, there goes that Luma one hit right there, but she is back into action, and there is a lovely up smash from Dabuz. And there was so much technology implemented in that game one. I can't wait for the rest of the set. But as I mentioned, Dabuz does like throwing the Luma out, as we saw in the end there, but it also just a few interactions before that turned into a bait. As Jakal threw out a slightly committal option with forward tilt, Dabuz jumped in with the neutral air, and it led to neutral air forward air that we saw on the left side.
Yeah.
And even right there, it was a bait, so that after that dash attack came out, Dabuz was ready with the up smash punish.
Yeah,
really good stuff.
Yeah, false sense of hope right there from Jakal. Just like, all right, at this percentage, I think I have to go for it. I feel like you need to pick your shots a little bit more carefully, especially if you're Jakal going up against such a defensive-minded player like Dabuz as well. So let's see if he can make some adjustments here, but same as always, they're just going to play neutral as best as they can, just staying as far away from each other as possible, and then maybe just leading in with like an aerial or something like that. Dabuz has Nair to combo into an air once again. Same thing with Jakal with forward air.
Right. They're both just going for their classic low percentage here. I love something I always talk about when I cast a Jakal game, the aerial timing. Like landing with the Nair is obviously a good option, but if you telegraph it too much, your opponent can punish. But if you mix up the timing, all of a sudden it's way more difficult for the opponent to punish you for it. Nice little dash in from the Buzz, though. This is a really tough spot with the Luma, but somehow Jakal finds a way.
Yeah, his ability to recover with a character with such a linear recovery like Wolf is actually something we should all study, because like his angles on up B are crazy. His ability to use Wolf Flash so consistently to come back, going for that forward air into the back air. Not going to get much out of it, but yeah, no, like recovering with Wolf seems so difficult. Going for the craziest thing, but I know that definitely would have hit if that Nair was not out for Dabuz.
Oh, rough Luma spot. The jump from the ledge back air. What is going on? It gets it again. Is Dabuz going to land the down air? Does?
The Wolf Flash!
Unbelievable. The regrab 2 not punished. The jab into the charged up smash. What is going on, Jellyfish? What is
everything?
Yeah, true. Okay, good route.
Like I mentioned before, the mix-ups on these uppies, grab on the ledge. He's trying to pressure. He understands that Luma is far away. Maybe trying to go for it. Not the best idea. You got to keep the Buzz and Luma a bit far away. Get the Wolf Flash.
Oh, that was so good. The shield was so low because of all that pressure over on the left side. Really good presence of mind from Jakal to say, listen, you're not going to shield this, because if you do, it's still bad for you. Luma, unfortunately, getting beat up center stage, but finally fighting back.
Taking the brunt of the blows right now for the Buzz's second stock. Thank God Luma comes back like every single second, and gonna get that up smash to maybe mount a little bit of a comeback right now for the Buzz.
Yeah, that was a really good up smash to punish. Just a slightly mistimed neutral air from Jakal, who's trying to fight out of the corner there, but Luma so good at just staying low profile when you really need her to get under those aerials that are usually so good at dealing some damage or knocking her off the stage.
Luma gonna be sent out just to do a little bit of damage. Good nairs once again. Defensive actual masterclass right there from Dabuz, getting a parry and then punishing into the nair. It just seems like Jakal doesn't have a single second to get onto stage or get off the ledge for that matter. Finally, Luma getting away, the little parasite.
Yeah.
Little son of a gun.
And the other thing too, like we talked earlier about how some of those trades aren't good for Wolf, but even when you find the hit on Rosa, sometimes Luma is just ready to punish, as we saw right there, knocking Jakal off the stage after finding a hit that could have been way worse.
Yeah, if Jakal did not roll away, I was like, it's over.
Yeah. Ooh, all right, Dabuz going for a little bit too much there. Kind of gave up center stage. Does lose the Luma. It's going to try and shark with the up air. Not going to do it. There come the back airs, but it's going to be the forward throw.
Those back airs are so quick as well. Trying to go for a random down B, but hey, it worked out.
Such low cooldown on that smash tag. Gets the shield up in time for the parry. There goes Luma. She's taking a crazy trip to center stage, but dash tag opens up the stage for Jakal on the hunt. Gets the forward air just to knock her into tumble. The regrab, no punish.
Yeah, on our way back to center stage, we're taking a little bit of a detour and almost finding her way back to get the stock against Jakal. Both of these at kill percent, but only at the second stock getting it with the up smash. Hey, eventually you're going to make it from point A to point B.
Right.
And Dabuz did that exactly. But Jakal's like, all right, I'm going to be a little bit of a bump in the road right there with that back air. We're back to 0%, back to even percentages from both these guys. But 3 minutes on the clock, plenty of time for maybe a timeout.
Possibly. I mean, they've been taking it slow, like, for good reason.
Right.
Obviously, Jakal doesn't want to overcommit, get stuck in the blender that is Rosalina and Luma. And Dabuz also just trying to take it slow, too, to find some really safe approaches or good openings here. Jakal getting that forward air as Luma does the multi-jab to try and slow it down, but not finding the mark.
And Dabuz is slowly losing the grip on this game. I thought that was going to be back air. I think Jakal definitely wanted it.
Right.
Goes for the forward air, but able to come back on the stage. So that little mistake or that little, miss, not going to be too much, but insane pressure as Jakal tries to land. And Jakal finally landing the up smash he was looking for so long. Takes game number 2.
I still saw exactly what Dabuz was putting together there. That late hit dash attack sent Jakal up, and I thought, listen, Luma gets back into the mix, it's anybody's game. So thankfully, right as she did, Jakal decided to put a stop to all that, and just use that wonderful out of shield option in the up smash and take it. It started to look a little rocky though, as you said. Point A to point B. It looked like we were taking a detour, but
yeah.
Thankfully for the Jakal fans, we still ended up getting there, and it is now going to game 3 as we lock in some characters.
Sounds like Hollow Bastion.
Yeah,
potentially. I mean, the music is. Oh wait,
they did pick Hollow Bastion. I just wonder if they'll stick with it.
I feel like they will. Not.
Jellyfish said we're sticking with it. Yeah, back to small battlefield.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Very neutral stage for both of these characters. I mean, Hollow Bastion I don't think would have been a good stage pick anyway. Sharking is going to be such a really, really good tool, especially on monoplats like Hollow Bastion, like Smashville. So
right.
It makes sense to just go back to where you went before.
All right, get into game 3 here. Already starting it off. Really nice route from Dabuz, going with the slightly higher Luma shot, which does put her just above the laser, which was a problem in a couple of the earlier games, but good adaptation here. Jakal still finding an opening, though. Huge dash attack that will remove Luma from the equation as Dabuz fights back from the ledge.
Yeah, you're talking about the high Luma shot. It was doing really good at just having but platform pressure, just keeping Jakal off of that. But right now, without Luma, Jakal has free will to just move around and maybe, whoa, what a little crouch, moving forward a little bit, get an up smash. Amazing timing on that down smash to be able to take that stock off of Dabuz. Not easy to do whatsoever, but doing it right there allows for Jakal to take the lead. You got to go for everything if you want to win against Dabuz.
Yeah, it may sound a little ridiculous, but that was an early stock, too. Jakal hasn't really been able to find those really big hits really early like you would expect, and that's just because of Dabuz's stellar defensive options, for his entire career. So it's good from Jakal to find what little bit Dabuz was finally able to give up because of all that pressure. And there goes the second Luma as well. Not able to find any percent quite yet on this stock, but as I say that, the forward air lands, and Jakal is on the hunt right now.
getting those double F tilts. I think one of them was a pivot tilt as well, just to kind of inch himself forward.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I like the idea. You kind of got to go for that, especially when you're confident that it might spike. Double empty hop into Nair is a crazy mix-up, but Dabuz ready for it, resets positioning, but gets it back into disadvantage immediately by Jakal.
Oh, and that's a really good dash attack to land on that Luma. The Luma shot, though, gonna keep around for just a little bit longer, but Jakal has a vendetta, to say the least, against that little creature. Nice little forward throw, takes center stage, but Dabuz, really well-timed forward air to fight back here. Oh, wow, was that Nair landing? Look at that damage rack up. Dabuz taking one small opportunity right now and really running away with that. Unbelievable damage right now.
Yeah, that little hit from Luma and into the grab really looked like a doubles kind of combo right there, but Jakal, I mean, it is definitely a 2v1.
He's so good. He's so good. I don't know what to say. Maybe he did deserve the 5th seed.
Maybe Jakal's eating his words.
Yeah. Those combos from Dabuz, it's just unbelievable presence of mind. One small hit lands and Dabuz already winding up a big swing to follow it up. And all of that confidence seems to have shifted from player 2 to 1 right now. But as I say that, we are down to the last stock. Jakal getting up in the chair as Dabuz shifts forward as well. The shine misses, but still great follow-up from Jakal.
Hit 33%. You just kind of got to run with the away with it. Be like, all right, I got a little bit of damage. I'm probably not going to get it again.
Yeah.
But we'll take it.
Whatever we can get right now. Dash attack does cover that rollback. Good landing back air from Jakal to open up center stage. Now Dabuz going to try and take it slow until the Luma comes back. As I say that, though, little mix up there with the dash attack.
Yeah. And it's weird because, like, usually what Dabuz would do is he'd start circle camping you, but on a stage like small battlefield, I don't even think that's possible.
Right.
Jakal's kind of been doing really good at tracking down Dabuz, going for some juggles, and even sharking for that matter. This Nair has been so devastating for Dabuz. Can't get away from it, but same could be said for Jakal as well.
Okay, nice little forward air again. Such a good tool from Dabuz to get out of the corner, and Nair also such a good air-to-air as well. Here's Dabuz, a huge forward air. How's he going to get back? Going to side B into the multi-jab. Luma just came to watch. Oh! And oh my God, never mind. That Luma means business.
Gut punch under the ledge. He was like, yeah, I remember what you did to my mom in that first game, that first stock.
That kill screen's rude too. The Luma's like really putting in like a little bit of extra effort.
Luma pawn.
I thought I was like, yeah, Luma's not going to act in this jab because it started before the
looks
Luma
so mad
spawn.
too.
But yeah. It gets a little angry eyebrows, and that really does kind of accentuate it.
Yeah, take that. All right, we're gonna potentially go back to small battlefield. Yes, we are.
I would imagine we just play the whole set here, honestly. We've seen enough of it. And as I mentioned, there's pros and cons. Both players are really enjoying certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
You know, Dabuz can kind of shark the ledge when returning back to the ledge. Jakal obviously has some play when Dabuz is returning to the ledge as well. And those platforms have been great for both players. Right now, though, it is Dabuz taking the initiative here. 53 and counting, Jakal on the back foot.
Yeah, gotta find his footing. Maybe he can even land on stage, but also just maybe get a straight hit. Like a landing Nair would lead into so many things, but Dabuz has just been mounting on this pressure from far away, and even up close for that matter. Like he's just catching these jumps with these forward airs. Luma there just to force a jump out of Jakal as well. Like Dabuz is just playing so well at conditioning Jakal into positions where he's not comfortable.
Only able to find 23 right now of a couple of stray hits. Dabuz looking pretty comfortable, looking for a big swing with that up smash as well. And that Nair into up air will do it. And one more time, Luma just came to watch it all happen as Dabuz takes a pretty early lead here in game 4, which looking like it may just be the last game unless Jakal has something to say about it very soon.
Yeah, but it's looking really bleak right now for
hold
Jakal.
on.
But
it's
hey,
even.
Never mind. Commentator's curse, but a blessing for Jakal.
Yeah, I said he better say something, and he made a statement. Good old back air from the Wolf. We see exactly how explosive it can be right there. We even it right back up.
Yeah, Dabuz just trying to space out Jakal as much as possible. I mean, it's not even a projectile Luma, so it's like you can't even use Shine to be able to reflect it. It's just been really good to send out, even with this crouch, to keep it in front at all times.
Yeah, there it is. Finally do take the Luma, but you get shield grab for it. Off stage, good spot dodge, though, to get around that grab. And look at that damage. Jakal really capitalizing on these small opportunities that Dabuz is giving up, because they're not very plentiful. Jakal's got to make something happen when you do find that opportunity.
quad up air as Wolf. He's playing Yoshi. All right, Luma going to be gone right there. Even percentages. Jakal somehow making this comeback despite going down that first stock really early, but playing neutral. Ooh. Getting in that lingering nair that I was talking about. Finally comes it into the Wolf Flash, and all of a sudden he has the lead. How does he maintain this? That's the real question.
Right, it's going to be very tough. Laser's a good way to do it. Clanking actually with Luma, and now she's stuck center stage, and Dabuz is stuck on the platform. What a route around the Luma, the back air. Jakal has, oh my goodness, what is going on?
I was so ready for Luma to like send Jakal off, and then Jakal was going to go for a Wolf Flash or something like that. But Dabuz was like, nah, let me just combo into my own back air.
Had it queued up too, like just ready to go. As I said, the presence of mind is wild. Good follow-up right there, but good choice from Dabuz to tech out.
That dash attack actually not hitting, trying to go for a tech chase, but to no avail. Dabuz gets this forward throw into the dash attack.
Oh my god.
No, Wolf Flash not gonna do it. Luma still around, sticking on stage. A little bit going for an up smash. Not gonna connect it.
Okay, looking for the back air, shield pressure right there. Luma catching the jump with the star bits, really good stuff. Nice little fade back, not going for too much. Down tilt into the jab, it looked like. Gonna be the star bits instead. There goes that Luma. This is Jakal's time to strike. Misses the grab, stuck in the corner, off stage. The down air doesn't do it. The Wolf Flash does. We're going to game 5.
You know, like, I just realized that it's going to game 5. I was like, dude, that's got to be it, right? And I was like, no, we got another game. But I love this set right now from both these guys, putting on a clinic for Scarlet Classic 10.
But yeah, I mean, what did Jakal do in that game that we didn't see in the 2 that he lost?
He took the stocks really early and in an explosive fashion.
Yeah.
Like we said, it felt like Dabuz's game when it started, but then just one opener, 40%. The second opener, 30 more percent, forward air, back air. Dead even.
Insane stuff.
Jakal's advantage state has just been really fluid and really finding all the marks where they need to be found to keep it even with Dabuz.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to see one more of that if you are rooting for Jakal, but Dabuz just has to lock in and put that signature defense up for one more game to move on as well. See who really earns that 5th seed, Jellyfish. Who you got?
I can't put bets on anyone.
That's fair, all right.
If I'm a betting man, I would put Jakal. But I'm not betting.
That's fair.
Because it is that close.
Yeah. Vegas odds are 51-49 right now.
Okay, nice. I'm loving that landing up air into the double jump up air. Just Jakal's ability to follow up, really good get up attack right there from Dabuz. But yeah, Jakal's been following up on a lot of these moves that you honestly would not expect to hit. All right, we're getting a little bit too crazy now with these Wolf Flashes.
Crazy like a fox, in my opinion. The last game, 2 of the 3 stocks were Wolf Flashes. Wild follow-up right there. Looking for a down air, really interesting as well. Nice little back air, though. Luma off of the table. There's Dabuz looking for a big hit right now. It's going to be nair forward air. Keep it going. Do we get the up special to the ledge? We don't because of the air dodge. Dabuz sneaking in that down air to mix up that recovery for Jakal. Do we have a response? It's looking like the back air is getting lined up. Not able to find the mark.
Yeah, I wonder if Jakal was just like anticipating maybe the angle of that down air to send him inward. But even then, Jakal going to lose that first stock. Now has to rethink of his plan. Luma doing an absolute loop over those platforms right there just to get in front of Dabuz, or in front of Jakal. All right, feel a little bit of damage off the star bits, and that nair with so much range, able to catch Dabuz, going for a nair of his own.
All right, Jakal looking for too many big swings right now. It's going to be a multi-jab to rack up the damage on that second stock. Looking for a big punch at the ledge, and Dabuz gets the parry as well. Does sneak around with the Wolf Flash. Misses the back air, and Dabuz keeping Jakal up off of the stage and in the air right now. It's looking so rough.
Trying to mix up with his recoveries, getting that Wolf Flash off as well. Luma off the board once again. How do you get the stock? You don't. That forward air coming in clutch for Dabuz, looking for it again. All right, looking for maybe an F tilt here. No, not going to go for it. Just trying to play safe. I don't blame him. This is tournament stock for Jakal and tournament game for Dabuz. This can make or break Dabuz's run, but Jakal right now on the brink of heartbreak.
Yeah, it's really tough. Dabuz was slowing it down, waiting for that Luma spawn. We saw exactly why the up smash was such a good anti-air, and Jakal's been getting so much mileage off of the landing aerials. So we'll see what we can do here. Looking for the forward air. Forward throw is not going to do much except for open up the stage, but nair almost does it.
Not even the lingering hitbox, not even the sour spot of nair going to be able to kill there.
Roll on, wow, roll on the spot dodge to avoid what was assuredly a back throw from Jakal to look to take that stock. Now stuck on the ledge one more time as we see nair into up air. What is the play here? Jakal dash attack does it. Dabuz now on 2 stocks here, primed to take this last game. But we've seen some crazy stuff before. We may just see it again.
Hey, all it takes is one sometimes. All you need is 1 stock, and then that just shifts all the momentum to you. But Dabuz, courtesy of his defensive gameplay, has just been running away with this for so much. He's running back, going for these jabs, mixing up on Jakal. Like, he hasn't gone for jab, I don't think, this entire game. So, like, really good mix-up right there. Luma gone, but a dash attack to just punish. The landing there into the up air. Dabuz able to combo that. No jump as well, so you're forced to... Oh, wow, that actually worked out.
Hold on now. Dabuz no jump. Jakal able to find some aerials here. Oh, this grab is going to be huge, though. Forward throw to open up the stage. Luma primed and ready to go. Down air is not going to do it. Up smash almost happened, but we got just some good old forward airs. Nair to open up center stage. Jakal fighting back tooth and nail right now, but Dabuz just not having it.
Yeah, it's like fighting tooth and nail, but Dabuz gave him the wrong hammer, so he's really struggling to really get this nail in the coffin. But it's looking like he's digging his own grave right now as Jakal struggling to get in and also get this damage. That up smash would have been it. The downer spike doesn't get the roll read on Jakal. Still possible.
Okay, hold on. This is huge. We can get an edge guard here. Luma, though, really ruining the rhythm here for Jakal. Back air knocks her off stage. Dabuz looking for that landing nair that we've seen lead into so much trouble. 146 is a tall order, to say the least, but Jakal unfortunately rolling back into that read from Dabuz. Up smash takes it, and what a nail biter. Dabuz earning that 5th seed and moving on in the loser's bracket.
I felt that up smash in my gut.
Yeah, oh, it hurt. I didn't know if it was the bass from the speaker or just the heartbreak, but that one was scouted out well in advance. But a lovely match. Every single game, every single stock was such a good show. Back and forth. That implementation happened so fast. It looked like, you know, one player was going to take the set and then they would lose the next game. It was such a great show to see Dabuz kind of implement all these different strategies, try and keep the Lumas alive a little bit longer, because Jakal got so good at taking them out in games, I would say, like 2 and 3.
Definitely, yeah. That's, well, I think he won game 2.
Right.
Yeah, and then won game
2
4.
and 4,
Yeah, so it was like 4. I mean, he just did a really good job, like you mentioned earlier, getting those early stocks in and then just maintaining that lead and trying to make the most out of it. Like, he was able to get so much damage off of like 1 or 2 moves, and even if he had that crazy, he was down by an entire stock and he was able to take that stock, I believe, at 80%.
Right.
I think we're gonna see it right here very shortly. But yeah, that forward air into that back air, killing at 80%. But when I do it, I die.
Yeah. That's exactly like why Wolf, I feel, is always just a threat. Right? The possibility is always on the table to take those stocks super early. So I always love to see it. We saw some wild Wolf flashes and some just good old-fashioned.
That was so good. Oh my
good
god.
old-fashioned stocks as well.
I was like, I felt something inside. I was so happy to see that reversal. But yeah, no. Jakal fought as hard as he could. Unfortunately, going to fall at a 4th place. But hey, still beating your seed. Yeah. Making it pretty far into this bracket as well. And Dabuz is going to be the person to stop you, not once, but twice in 2 weeks.
True. You know, you gotta work on that record. You know, their head-to-head's not great. Is that yours?
Oh.
You're blowing it.